Hi, okay, for the final part in this series, part 3, I'm going to do galleries. I think that's all I'm going to need to do with WordPress images, even though you could probably keep on going with something like this forever, but it goes off into the whole idea of photography and Photoshop, and there's plenty of other tutorials on the web if you wanted to seek it out a bit more anyway. But I just wanted to keep it mainly WordPress centered. So if I wanted to do a gallery, I've just got a new post open here, so I'll just do gallery post. So I can do a gallery in a page or in more or less anything at all, but I'm just going to use a post to do that. So galleries are pretty simple in WordPress. It's basically the same as if I'm going to do put in a regular image. Just by way of explaining, I can put a lot of text in here. Just do here's my gallery, just to show it in context. So let's imagine that was some text about something. You've chosen a H3 for that, and then I put my cursor down where I want the gallery to appear. So all you do is press the Add Media button, and you want to press Create Gallery over here. Now it's going to bring up the media library again, and I could build my gallery from images that I've already got in here. As you can see, I can tick those to put them as part of the gallery. But I would probably usually be uploading the images from my computer, so I'm just going to grab a few images here and they're going to upload, and I'm picking pretty small ones here because I just want this to be fast. The size of the image is going to determine a lot of factors. You'll have to play around with the gallery settings to make it look the way you want it to look, but essentially I'm in the Create Gallery here thing, and I went to the Upload Files, dragged in my files, and it bumped me back into the media library here with all of the ones that I dragged in selected. Do you see the tick mark on them? Now I can untick any of those that I want, or retick them, and I can add in ones that are already in the gallery. I can also drag these around. I thought I could drag those around. Maybe you can later on. That's probably what you can do. I can also add alt text to all these, so which is a good idea to do. If I was on a live site, I should be adding my alt text all the time to all my images. And basically, yeah, you can clear them all from here, and that's sort of more or less the size of it. Depending on your theme, you might be able to get captions into your images, which I know is pretty popular request for galleries, but it's again, that's dependent upon if it's programmed properly in your theme. So that's about it. I'm just going to press Create a New Gallery, and it's even given me an option now. It's brought me onto an Edit Gallery image, and this is where you can actually rearrange them, and it's given me options to put in captions. I'm actually just going to try captions with this theme. But like a caption test. Just go number 1, and I'll put in a couple of others. Okay, what the gallery links are going to link to. You're usually, it's like the video number 1. It's whatever you would have chosen for that. So I'd usually say the idea would be you're probably never going to want the attachment page unless it's a specific photography website or something. The media file is what I would normally go for, but that only makes sense if there's a lightbox installed on the system. Otherwise, you go for none. So you'll see how that works later. Next, I'm gonna pick the number of columns. So suppose I wanted it to display 4 across when it's finally rendered, and you can do random order, and I would just leave that a thumbnail for the time being. But like I said, with sizes, it depends. So I'm going to insert that gallery, and the gallery pops in here like this. So when I click on this, these are not all individual images. This is one gallery, and I can go back in and edit that gallery just like I did. So I can drag the order, redrag the order around, or recaption some of them if I want. What was it, up to 4? Okay. So now I'm going to publish this and see what it looks like. And that's the gallery. And this theme, by the way, is Avada, and it's done a pretty good job of the captions. So that's something like you can try out. Now, if I click on one of those, I'd set to media file, and obviously there is a lightbox in this. Like I explained in video number 1, at the very end of that, if there was no lightbox installed, I would get this without any menus or anything around it, which isn't what you want. So if that's what you get, you'll change your what the link goes to none, and then try and obviously get a lightbox installed on your system. I can also, if I go in here, I can change the size to say medium and see what that gets me. Hasn't done anything here. Again, it would depend on your theme. So that theme could be overriding that. It showed up bigger here, but it didn't do anything in the actual end result. Okay, just to show you a different column number, if I just put 6 of them in here. So it's done like that, and you can see it's starting to break down. So you have to be a bit of a designer about this. You'd probably go back and change that. In fact, I'm gonna, because I want to explain something else, or have a look at something else. So you see, this is just, I could follow on after this, if I could get my cursor to be, there we go. So I could write, you know, so hope you liked my gallery, just after the gallery, or whatever I wanted. This here is just like an image. It just shows up pretty big in the editor. You know, over on this side, you might have noticed there's a gallery format. This isn't on every theme. It is on this one, but it's anyone's guess. I mean, I don't know because I've never checked it out, but it's anyone's guess what that's going to do. What these formats do is they change the layout of the page. So, okay, well, this has 6. I'm just going to, I've changed it back to 4. No, I haven't. Okay. Just change this to, I had to change back to 4, and I just resaved it there. So we're back to normal, and now I'm going to change it to a gallery format. So this is something that you need to experiment with. So it might do anything. So like I said, I don't know what it's going to do in this particular theme. So I've changed it to a gallery format, and it might change this or it might not, and it hasn't done anything, and that's increasingly more typical. Sometimes it will actually show up in the main blog differently, but I don't think it's going to be any different here. But it's worth trying. It might just look great in your particular thing, but in any case, the basic gallery comes in like that, and you just add more. By the way, that's another thing. I can go back in here and I can add more, add to gallery. So I can go back into the media library, and I can go back to upload files, and I can drag a couple of other view files in, and these are in the add to gallery. I'm adding these two to the gallery. I could even add one that was in the existing, so I'm adding 2 that I've uploaded and 1 that was in the media library that I haven't used. Add to gallery, and now I've got these, and again I can reorder these, put captions on, whatever I want to do. So that's about I think that's everything that you would ever want to know about galleries in WordPress. Actually, I just have one thought after I said that would be everything you'd want to know. The one thing to mention is that this is the native gallery to WordPress. It's very, very good. It's very, very easy to use. But WordPress has all these plugins, as you probably know, and there's probably lots of different gallery plugins, but NextGen is the kind of the big dog on the block of it. It's, if you wanted a specific, that's the basic one, but there's lots of all sorts of incredible other things that NextGen is capable of doing. Tags and different displays. I haven't used it in a few years, but I know it's extremely comprehensive. It's a hell of a lot more powerful than the basic WordPress one. It's also, the last time I used it, it was pretty difficult to use, but it is kind of the most popular. You know, there's 1 million installs. It's the most popular gallery plugin on WordPress. So if you're a photographer or something, you'll probably be looking at getting one of these types of galleries instead of using the basic WordPress gallery.